I saw those videos on YouTube and it was like in real life. I saw those videos on YouTube and it was like in real life. This is the way to do it.
Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be about Latto and 21 Savage. Now I think this is going to be an interesting reading because I've been hearing about these people for the past 2-3 years now. And I don't know if I ever had a reading on them, to be honest. But it's going to be interesting just to see what's up. So how I'm going to start this off before I start asking interesting questions like, does he love her? And like, what is he trying to get into and all that type of stuff. And also I'm going to be asking about, I don't know if he's still with his wife. They say I guess the woman that he's with or got with for a green card or something like that. They were saying that she might be planning something devious. So I'm going to be looking into that. But what can I see? What's going on with the energies so far? What's happening with energies? What can be shown to us, right? Let's see. What can be shown to us? What's going on with the energies? Okay. I'm going to leave that in a future slot. And did we have some? Yeah. Some cards came out. All right. So, the spiritual slot card went before the future slot. So it's something significant going on here. That's what I'm seeing. Something significant about the future that's going to be happening with these people. Also, I'm going to be taking my time with this reading, so I'm not going to be rushing. So, what I see is that the divine is crafting something for this Latto woman, right? That's what I'm seeing. Things are being crafted. Could it be judgment? You see the volcano in the waves? Now, it's interesting because I've been using this deck now for a minute, and I've never gotten this card. So it's interesting, right? What is the divine crafting, right? Before I even look into the other cards, what can we see? What is the divine crafting for this Latto? What's going to be happening? All right, it has to do with plans. Latto is making plans. You know what they say. People make plans, and the Most High switches things up. So it's interesting because I'm seeing that plans are trying to be made, right? The Wheel of Fortune. It has to do with the fortune, her fortune. Justice, karma. So there we have it, guys. Now people are saying that this woman, right, this Latto, she got with this 21 Savage guy while he was married, right? And despite if you're old-fashioned or not, rumor has it that she was slighting the wife, making fun of her on her social media, trying to make it known he chose me, he's with me. Now, we have justice. So a karmic situation is going to be happening. Oh, in death. Ooh, bad omen. You see? So look at this. To start off the energy, right? Latto, what did you get yourself into? What were you doing, Latto? Because now, I wasn't going to just go with the negativity just to go with negativity for negativity's sake. Even though I feel the energies, I like to dance with the energies for you guys and just I'm not trying to be all extra. But look at this. We have judgment here. Divine judgment, divine retribution. We have a volcano going off and we have waves here. And I already got into this pile that came out. But yeah, her plans are going to be disturbed. She thought she was doing something, but nope. The divine is going to be switching up her fortune. And also, this is a karmic situation. She got herself in a karmic situation, and we have a bad omen with death. Now, let's look and see what else is going on. I'm seeing that she's trying to do right. Motherhood has hit. Ooh, this is deep. I don't even think the baby has been born yet. But that whole mother energy is relevant, is what I'm seeing. She's trying to be diligent, guys. She's thinking about her fortune. She knows something is happening. She can feel it. Have you guys noticed that sometimes you can feel when your enemies is about to go through a karmic change, or even yourself, if you might have done something wrong? Sometimes you feel it. Let's say even if you did something right, sometimes you can feel something's off, right? Even if you've been chill and you haven't been doing anything fucked up, but the tables turn or whatever. She knows. It's telling me she knows. I can feel it. She knows. She knows that something's coming. She can't put her finger on it, but she knows something's coming. And it has to do with her past deeds. Each slot represents something, right? I'm going to keep going into it. If you watch my readings, you should know what each slot means by now. So what I'm seeing here is that she knows that things are happening, right? She's worried about that transformation with the butterfly. Now she's trying to be humble. What else can we see about this situation? What else? Yeah, what was I telling you? She's trying to be humble for the sake of family. Family planning. She wants to plan things about family, right? Her happiness, the 10 of Cups. But, I mean, things are going to be happening here. You know, things are going to be happening here. I don't know, it's telling me things are going to be reshaped, remade, reformed. You know, let's see what's going on with this spiritual slot that pertains to the future. I didn't forget. What can we see? Ah, damn, guys. The card flew out in reverse. So, I mean, she thought she was going to have abundance. She thought she was going to have abundance, and the energy is telling me it's true, right? She got what she wanted. At least that's how she feel. She feel like she got the man, she got the baby, the family, whatever. You know, usually this represents a very good omen, but it's in reverse. Spiritually, they're not feeling it. And you know what I think of when I see this red dress? You know, I'm getting a harlot. I'm getting a whore. It is what it is, guys. You know, don't be mad at me because the sky is blue and I'm just like, the sky is blue. You know, don't be mad at me if something's black, it's black. So the same thing if a person's being a whore, a person's being a whore, right? This is why people are out of control. They think that they can just do things they shouldn't do and there's not going to be no retribution. And I know people make mistakes, you know, but this is not okay. What can we see about this future slot? I mean, yeah, future slot as well. Okay, guys, more judgment. More divine judgment. She's going to be going through judgment. You see how all the cards came out? You know, reading almost basically just started. I haven't even got to the deep questions yet. And we're getting a vibe of divine judgment. How unfortunate for her. It's almost like I want to leave this pile here. Usually I shift it to the side, but I feel like it's relevant. Now let's see. Does this 21 Savage, does he love her? What can we see? Does he love her? What can we see? Does he love her? He's attracted to her. Let me just say that. He is attracted to her. He sees her as fertile. He sees her as sexy. So most definitely. Again, this future slot is telling me things are going to be stuck, though. And it has to do with both of them. Something's going to happen that they weren't expecting, that they're going to be mourning over. What else can we see? All right. It relates to money. So I'm seeing that things are going to be switching up over money. Yeah, money's going to be slow, guys. Money's going to be slow. You know, is he attracted to her? Yes. But are things starting to change? His affections? Yes, they're starting to change. What else can we see about these sort of like changing affections? Because I asked, does he love her? And it's telling me things are going to switch up. So what can we see about? Yeah, he sees things as a mistake. Ooh. Now, I want to ask, right? Because this is the Three of Swords, representing hurt, betrayal, pain. He's in a feeling of regret, right? Now, I want to ask, why is he feeling this regret? Why is he feeling this pain? He felt like someone bamboozled him. It's like, nigga, no one forced you to do all this shit. So, what can we see? It's a burden. It's a burden, guys. It's a burden. Oh, because of his dick and sex. Oh, okay. You see this, right? This is a phallic energy, right? This is a phallic energy. It's telling me it's true. You know what I say about this card? It's like in the old-fashioned days, the Edwardian era, where it's kind of just like they showed their ankles and their thighs and calves and shit, and it represented like they want to be intimate, they want to have sex, or you were a whore and all that type of bullshit. He's holding his dick here, right? And look at this. More sexual energies. So, I mean, he regret his decision, thinking with his dick. You know, it's all cute. It's all fun and games, I guess, while you're in the moment of, like, not caring about people's feelings when you're just being a sexual mess, right? But then it's kind of just like, it's telling me reality's starting to hit him. That's why he feels this burden, right? That's why things are tough for him. It's kind of just like, he took on injury. That's what I'm seeing here. He took on some major injury, right? It's almost like he feels trapped. He feels ashamed about his decision, about what he chose, relating to this sex. Is there anything we can see about this money? So this isn't even love, guys. It's telling me, okay, yeah, in the past, he did love her. This is the past slot. But it's telling me in the current, he's dealing with regret. He doesn't like the decision he made. He's rethinking his affections. That's just what I'm seeing. What can we see about their money coming up in the future? All right. Yeah, things are going to be switching up for them, you know. Usually the Six of Swords is because you want bad things to switch up in your life, right? It actually represents when a woman is leaving her area, her location, to move to somewhere new because things were bad where she originated from. Same thing is going to be happening to these two. You know, I don't know anything of their finances or anything like that, but there will be a significant switch up. Let me see. Anything else from the bottom of the deck and the top of the deck? Yeah, it's karmic. Karmic because of this relationship. So look at this. We have the divine here, right? The Hierophant representing the divine. And why? Because of this relationship. You know, money means a lot to these two. This is why this is happening. Let me just see what else is happening here with this money, because it's telling me money's going to be slowing down. Anything else? Their energy levels are going to be switching up, guys. It's telling me it's true. Their energy levels will be switching up. Not just that, someone's doing a form of, I haven't even gotten to that card yet, but what I'm seeing here that, I don't know, it's telling me energy levels. It's telling me what they consider to be meaningful in their life. Things are going to be switching up. Strategies are going to be changing. The energy of their relationship is going to be shifting. I'm getting a strong switch up. I'm pretty sure you guys experienced this before. You know, like when a relationship is new, it's kind of like, you know, you feel all sexual, intimate, compassion, empathy, and you guys are just vibing. And then it's kind of just like, it can either go a few ways, right? Either that energy grows, right, and you reach some sort of equilibrium, or reality hits, right? And then problems starts happening. Then all that intimacy and compassion, all that starts to go out the window. You know what they say? It's kind of just like when there's like problems with money in the home, all the love is thrown out, right? You know, it's kind of just like you can't really have all that when you're dealing with money problems and when you're dealing with stress. I'm seeing that the energy is going to be switching up to stress with this Ace of Swords. It's karmic. The Ace of Swords is an energy that has to do with things being righteous, truth, right? Truth is going to be entering into this situation. That's going to be what's slowing down their money. At the same time, it's like this fucking shit. At the same time, though, dealing with conflict, right? The Five of Wands represent conflict. This is a very intuitive, powerful deck. I made some good predictions with this, especially if you watched my reading years ago about the baby's chick that Dan, whatever her name is, I don't even know. It's been so long. The chick that was saying that she's the baby's preference because she's light skinned, all that stupid shit. And then like everything I said basically came true about it. Like, I don't know, like I did the reading and literally like a week or two later, everything I was saying in the reading came true. And people was just like, oh my God, that's trippy. Like, how did you do that and shit? It's kind of just like, because I do tarot, right? I can pick up on the energies. But anyway, conflict, fighting. You know what this magician was telling me? Like when like the magician's going to pop up, I was seeing spell work, someone doing a form of spell work. So I'm going to be looking into that spell work. But what I'm seeing here is negativity, bad energies, bad omens. This magician, someone's doing spell work. These two got to watch out who they eat from and what they're eating. I'm just being real, right? I don't know, guys. This is giving me some sort of disturbance. I don't know if this guy has any other kids with any other women. It's telling me he does. He needs to watch out for his son as well, if he has a younger son. It's just telling me he needs to watch out for his younger son. It's telling me he loves this younger son. He needs to watch out. It's telling me he needs to stay prayed up because, I don't know. Something's going on with this younger son. Someone's trying to get to him. So, you see? That's why you don't do bad things and shit, because it's telling me it's all these enemies. It's all these problems. And look, because a Queen of Swords is upset. You know what they say about the Queen of Swords, right? It's either a strategic woman. It could either go either way. A strategic, smart woman or a woman that's vengeful. It doesn't really stray from that. It's either one or the other. It's a real smart woman that's about her shit, that knows what's up. Or it's a woman that's bitter. It's telling me that there's a bitter woman here that's doing some sort of spell work on him and his younger son. This 21 Savage, he needs to watch out. Yeah, energy is being directed. The Eight of Wands represent things happening quick. It also represents the internet, things like that. But it also represents energy. Energy is being directed. The evil eye, guys. So, I mean, this is deep. This is really deep. Not just that, there's a woman here that's doing it for the money. And I think it's great to ask, does Latto love this guy? So I'm going to be asking that. Right? And look, more death. You know, a lot of... This is why usually I've been clearing the table lately. But, I don't know. With this reading, it told me just keep the cards out. This negative energy of death and shit like that, there's bad energies around this man. I can feel it. I don't know. You guys be intuitive who watch me. Do you guys feel this negative energy? It's kind of like, I don't know why. This is going to sound gross, but it's like a fungus of negativity with spores. It's kind of like whatever this guy was doing, right? And I know this is graphic, but this is just what I'm getting. It's kind of like, you know, when you're being intimate and your balls are slapping, it's kind of just like he was having so much pleasure, right? Slamming into chicks, however he was doing it, right? And it's kind of just like ball slapping and all that like ecstasy and joy and all that. It's kind of like now it's going to turn into sorrow. This is why he regrets the sexual shit he was getting into, thinking with his dick. Because it's coming out graphic like that for a reason. It's kind of like all that ball slapping was just releasing a poisonous fungus with spores that's now going to start poisoning different areas of his life. And he knows. You know, a funny thing about like Black Americans, right? Black men in particular, right? I noticed this, right? They know when they did dirty. They know when someone is doing witchcraft on them. They can feel it. It don't, they don't even be about this tarot shit. I'm talking about like just regular everyday people that haven't been exposed to the spiritual shit. They can feel it. It don't matter if they're like whatever, if they're from the ghetto, from the hood, whatever. Like they can feel it. And you hear it. Like they be like, I don't know. I think, I messed with the wrong chick and now like there's something on me. I can feel it. It's something on me. Like they know, right? I ain't gonna get into why and all that. But they know. He knows. And I'm not saying he's Black American. I know he's like, I don't know what, British, Black or some shit. I don't know. But he's been here now. So it is what it is, right? He don't sound British, right? He don't. So it's kind of just like, yeah. But it's kind of like he knows that something's up. He knows that something's up. He can sense the negativity. That's why he's regretting all this sexual shit. It's like, if he felt like everything was cool, he wouldn't have regretted it, right? So it's just what I'm seeing. Let me see. Does this Latto, does she love this 21 Savage man, or is she just stuck in it now? What can we see? I would say she's stuck in it. Not just that, she feels stupid. Her true motives are hidden. At the same time, though, she does love him, but she likes what he represents and what he's associated with. So I'm going to keep it real. What I'm seeing here is that this man has betrayed her so much in the past. So much in the past with this 10 of Swords. So much, right? She even probably got some sort of infection or STD. I'm just keeping it real with you guys, right? So it's kind of just like, the Nine of Wands representing, and actually when we speak of sex and intimacy, it can't actually represent transmitted diseases, infections, and shit like that. She got something from the past. She was humiliated, embarrassed, right? At the same time, though, in her heart, there's things hidden in her heart with the Hermit. And this is the most significant slot, right? When we ask these questions, like what's going on in someone's heart, because this slot represents someone's heart and things like that. So in her heart, there's things hidden. At the same time, she does want a future with this guy. Does she love this guy? Yeah. But what's crowning this? The King of Pentacles. She might love his position. What's going on? What is she hiding in her heart? Because it's showing me she's hiding things in her heart. What can we see? What is she hiding in her heart? What can we see? She's been hurt, guys. She's been hurt. She's trying to act like everything is cool. Look at that face. She's trying to act like everything is cool, right? But at the same time, she's been through some shit. She's been through some shit. A lot of this has to do with money as well. Not just that, the baby. It's telling me she really wants a family. She really wants a family. Let me ask, is this guy going to actually settle with her? What can we see? Will he settle with her? Or will he switch up? Because it's showing me that things have and will be switching up for the worse. But let's see. She's being illuminated to some shit. Not only has she been illuminated to some shit, something's guiding her somewhere. This card represents a guidance, right? If you watch that reading about, that man, that white dude, that black chick, they were in Africa and she ended up dead. I did a reading on that. This card popped up, but this card represents guidance, right? Either you're being prepared for something or you're being directed to somewhere. This is why this woman's trying to show the way. So energy's being guided. Ooh, this is deep. This is really fucking deep because this man, he's not healthy. It's telling me he's not healthy. Whenever this card pops up, right? When we speak of love, when we speak of romance, it represents a woman that's being intimate, that's in a relationship with a snake. She's in a relationship with a snake. It's dangerous. This is why it's all this spores of death and negativity around him. He's a karmic man. You have people doing witchcraft on him, right? I'm just call it as it is. Someone's trying to take out his young son. And I don't even know if he has a son or if he doesn't have one yet. I don't know. But it's kind of just like he needs to watch out, right? Even if he doesn't have a young son or a son, he needs to watch out because someone's trying to take away his son. Maybe he really wants a son and someone's trying to do spell work so he can't have a son, right? It is what it is. People do fucked up shit. What I'm seeing, though, is that she's in a fucked up relationship. She's in a fucked up relationship with this guy, right? It's like, it doesn't even matter what's for show. This is deep. Let's say if he has this huge wedding, right? I don't know if he's divorced from the chick that he got with for a green card and all that. But let's say if he divorced that chick, if he's married to her or whatever, and has this big wedding with Latto, and the energy is telling me it's true, it won't matter. Like, it's just like, it's dead on arrival because he already betrayed her. He already betrayed her. You know what they say, when people show you who they are the first time, it is what it is, accept it and know that that's who they are. And if you think about it, if he can do a woman dirty that he has a green card with, it's kind of, the energy is telling me it's true. It's like, what is he going to do with you? Or he got a green card from, or however the hell that works. I don't know. That's not my life or my business. But it's kind of just like, he already gave you some sort of infection. Like, what do you expect? But again, her pride and ego, right? She feels like she possesses truth, that she possesses judgment, that she possesses authority. But how much of this is foolishness, right? This card represent when a woman is kind of just like almost on a high horse. Again, feel like they possess truth. Bows and arrows represent justice, represent truth, right? Staffs represent authority. She feels like, okay, I have the truth, right? I'm in the right. I have the power. I have the authority. But, usually when people are like that, it's foolishness, right? Like when chicks gloat and be like, oh, he loved me, and that's why I want your baby daddy, and just dumb things like that. Then, the guy end up doing them dirty, and then they're made to be a fool. It just is what it is. Now, what can we see as far as his current wife, the one that he got the green card from, or because of her? What can we see relating to this spell work? Is there anything we can see? Is she the one doing it? It could be another woman. Let's see. Is she the one doing it? Ooh, look. Oh, remember how I was saying that someone's trying to make a young son sick? Right? She's trying to block his roads. That's what I'm seeing here. Trying to cause blockages. Right? And I hope this woman ain't the mother. Because if this woman's the mother, then it is what it is. That's really sick. And I've seen it before. It happens. I swear to God, I've seen this before with multiple women, multiple mothers, right? Either poisoning their son with like negative, I can't call it affirmations, but negative shit, right? All sorts of shit. Sometimes what they also do is they might bring in another man that they know is toxic to damage the son or to damage the daughter or the kids. People do this shit. People just think that the worst thing that can happen is a molestation to a kid. No, there's some terrible things that can happen, right? It's telling me it's true, Like, there could be a mother that can bring in a bipolar man, right? That she knows she can't control, she knows, he's sadistic and crazy, but she might bring that man into her life to wreak havoc on her kids, particularly the son or the sons. Meanwhile, she's getting off on seeing the abuse. Sick shit like this happen often, right? So, what I'm seeing here is that she's trying to cause blockages for him. She's really serious about this blockages. And she's trying to make a young boy sick, his son. Either if the son's alive or yet to come. She's trying to make him sick. What else can we see? See how the cards come out for us to explain what's going on? Yeah, she's hurt. She's dealing with immense hurt, immense grievances. She has, it's telling me death on her mind. Negativity, guys. So, it is what it is. What's the last card? our cards. All right. This card, since it fell in a past slot, it represents the past. She's performing some sort of ritual, guys. She's serious about this ritual. You know, give me 1 second, by the way. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had a package arrive. My apology. I can already see him. Like, he was coming, the Amazon guy. But anyway, what I'm seeing here is, let me get back in tune. Sorry about that. A ritual here, right? Some sort of ritual, performing some sort of sick ritual, right? Not just that. More negative energy, bad energy, right? Negative dudes, like I was saying, negative dudes, courting bad spirits, bad men, right? Trying to set him up. So, I mean, this is deep. You know how, like, they were talking about her possibly trying to do something to Latto? What I'm seeing here is that she's trying to hurt him. She's trying to hurt him more. You know, she's trying to cause him pain. She's trying to cause him pain because he couldn't control his penis. He thought he was cool, so she wants to cause him pain. So, I mean, this was really deep, guys. This was really a deep, interesting reading, you know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Peace and abundance. And take care. It's kind of fucked up because it was just like, I wish I would have been able to complete it because I was like worrying about it like this whole time. I'm like, I know that this guy is going to come. He's going to come any minute. But I was just like, oh, okay, I'm about to wrap it up. And just like, you know, right before the fucking, he's telling me it's true. Right before I was able to wrap it up and shit, he had to come. But anyway, take care, guys.